Just us.
Just us.
All right, it's time for another Golden State Warriors jump shot brought to you by the Just Us podcast. We are playing the Indiana Pacers today, an Indiana Pacers which is looking a bit depleted with Tyrese Haliburton out. The key figure for this team, this version of the Pacers, is Pascal Siakam, and they are currently the poorest shooting team in the NBA, shooting under 40%. The Warriors need to refocus by getting some turnovers back down and improving their shooting, hopefully. The Pacers have Aaron Nesmith and Pascal Siakam, no Tyrese, as I said, so they still are a threat. They can take the game away from you if you're not careful, especially Pascal Siakam, who's great at defending as well as occasionally shooting and layups as well. The Warriors at the start of the first quarter were being a little less loose with their movements and being a little more forceful about trying to get into the paint, and also being a little more careful when it comes to defending. That isn't to say that they were completely clean. There were a few forced passes in the first quarter that went a bit awry, and that kind of slipped into the second quarter as well. Pascal Siakam and Brandon Pajemski seem to have a bit of a back and forth beef going on the entire first quarter. And I think part of it is coming from the fact that Pods is significantly smaller than Pascal Siakam, so he's working extra hard to try and cut him off and play some defense, which means he's being extra aggressive, and this has led to some chippiness between him and Pascal. But both of them have got cool heads, so whenever it does seem like it's heating up, they usually have disengaged. The first quarter ended with 32-28 to the Warriors, with a 4-point lead. Again, Pascal Siakam being the big threat for the Pacers. Al Horford's three-pointers have been a bit off over the last couple games, and they started to improve in the second quarter. There's a little more room for error with the Warriors, given that the Pacers aren't performing as well. They're not as deadly when it comes to punishing the Warriors for turnovers and missed shots. So folks were still making some mistakes, but not being punished as severely. That's something they definitely need to get under control as they go into the second half. The Pacers started to hit some shots towards the middle and end of the second quarter. They're due to pull themselves out of the shooting slump soon, and it looks like they could be doing that against the Warriors. They are starting to threaten to gain a bit of ground and potentially even equalize or take the lead. QP has been doing some great rebounding. His three-point shot is still a bit of a miss right now, but hopefully that improves. He is a good shooter when he wants to be, and sometimes when he needs to be. But his rebounding has been a little more consistent, which is good. Definitely better than last season. Defenses have been, especially on the Pacers side, have been way more reactive to Jonathan Kuminga, especially in this game. People have been paying attention to how much more developed his game is and all-round it is. So he's become more of a threat. So they are reacting to him every time he approaches them, which has been good for getting Steph open. Steph's three-point shooting, not the best still. He seems to be in a bit of a mini slump, but as always, he's still contributing through his ball movement and being a threat on the court, drawing defenders away from others to get some space, and also just making sure that he assists and gets some layups up there. So that's been very, very meaningful in terms of his contribution. As we come to the end of the first half, the larger lead that the Warriors had has slipped away. It ended at half with 58-53. It's a little bit less exciting as a game. I'm hoping that slower pace doesn't lull the Warriors into getting a bit too comfortable. I'm so confident that we can win, but I would like to see the Warriors be a little more buttoned up and a little more sharp when it comes to passing and cleaning up the shooting a bit more. I would love to see Steph have a bit of an outburst towards the third quarter, end of the third quarter, and some of the fourth as well. Maybe help us run away with it a bit more. But we'll see how that goes, and I will be back with you very, very soon. If you're wondering, Shazia is not here because she had to go and take care of some social things with some friends, so it's just me this time. Maybe she'll be back for the second half. Who knows? We'll find out very, very soon.
Just us.
Just us.
My confidence was definitely misplaced because after that game, the Pacers won, securing their first victory of the season against a frankly atrocious Warriors. I don't think they were good. I think I think it's worse to play mediocre than bad, because when they're playing bad, you can be like, oh, it's an anomaly. Like, they never play this bad. But the Warriors for last season have a habit of playing so mediocre that teams that they should comfortably beat are beating them. And that's exactly what happened in this game. Same as the Bucks, really.
And hi, everyone. I'm here.
You're back.
I'm
yeah.
here. I watched the game in the car.
Yes,
on
I'm
the
very
drive
pissed
back.
off.
Yeah,
so
I'm here to balance things
incredibly
out.
pissed off.
I can tell.
Yeah. So main issues. Firstly, Steph sucked. He was ass. Like, I love Steph, but man, he missed pretty much all of his threes. He kept turning the ball over. He wasn't in the second half. He just was not contributing.
He was our leading scorer with
He
24
was, but
points. All of the starters were in double figures
Yeah,
except for Draymond
Jimmy
Green.
Jimmy was a saving grace in a lot of ways.
He was. But I think what you're referring to is Steph shot 4 for 16 from
That's
3,
awful.
8 of 23 overall, and he had 5 turnovers. So not a great stat line. I think it was really hard for him to come by those 24 points in total. But he had a minus 21 overall. So
Trade
not
him.
great. Hey.
What?
Give him a statue. We all know that that's
Give
coming.
him a statue and then trade the statue,
Oh my goodness.
but keep him.
Yes, clearly, like we should have won this game. We were up. The problem was the Pacers went 21-5. They went on a run to end the game, which is they just took over in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I agree, but also I don't think you can excuse the Warriors' play. 'Cause
Right.
They went on a run, sure, but like every team goes on runs. Warriors were not reacting by actually scoring. They were just pissing about the entire time. Like the commentators said, don't play with your food, and that's exactly what they were doing. Except they were playing with their food from the outset, where it's like this should have been a comfortable victory, and it should have been, frankly, a stomping. Like they had two players that were competent, Pascal Siakam and Neesmith. Tyrese Haliburton's not playing. Everyone else, I ain't even heard of them.
Same. There was
I
one
know-
guy who
there's
looked
one
like he
dude
had a
who
mullet.
cooked every single one of our players, and I was like, who is this guy? Never heard of him, and he's having like an all-time game for himself, which
Yeah.
seems to be happening a lot.
There were some bright spots in the third quarter. Kuminga had multiple dunks, commanding dunks. Guy Santos hit a 3 to end the
Guy Santos
third
was
quarter.
great. He was
quarter.
energy all over the place.
An amazing play by Jimmy to end the third quarter. With 8 seconds to go, he had a shake and bake versus Siakam, which I loved. He made
should
the
have been it.
basket and won.
That should have been it. That should have been like the moment where the
Things turned
Warriors
around.
locked in
Yeah.
and just secured the victory.
Well, it was great because we were on a 17-5 run to end the third quarter. So we heading into the fourth quarter, I think the momentum was in our favor.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, things slipped away in the fourth.
Yeah, and again, like I'm not one of those players I'm not one of those fans that's willing to just let my own team's performance slide. They were awful. Like I said, mediocre on the awful side. Like I would rather see them play poorly than see them play like this, which is really depressing considering that the narrative has been the Warriors are the sleepers to win the entire season.
It did not look like it
This
today.
is a team that ain't winning shit. They're not winning nothing. And it's super early. They are very much going to play better. They will bounce back. They will probably make it to the playoffs, I hope. But these are the kind of games where you feel like pointing and laughing at your own team and yourself, or being like, why did I think that we were going to be better? It's just frustrating when you make good starts and then in your mind you've got a team here that works well together. You've made a couple of good pickups with Al Horford and 2 others who aren't playing. You feel like you should be in a better position, and you feel like when you go up against a team like the Pacers or the Bucks who are down there like superstar, you should be comfortably winning, or you should be at least securing a victory knowing that the other team is going to play their lives out because they want to prove something. You should still be ready for that as a 4-time championship team with as much experience as you have. And I'm starting to be concerned that it's their age and tiredness that is starting to kick in, which this early in the season is very worrying. At one point, Steph was in near the tunnel, just like
stretching his hip.
Yeah. And Jimmy, like at one point, was holding his shoulder. And I am starting to think we need another center, because playing Al for 20 minutes and him still being like that tired is starting to look a bit worrying. And I know the idea is, we don't want to overuse him. We save him for the playoffs, but he wasn't even in that final play. He wasn't even in that final quarter a lot as well. So he's functionally useless for an entire quarter, which is
And that was everyone's concern entering this season, was that we're the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
Is that the team is old.
Yeah.
You know, those players aren't going to be at full strength for every single game.
No.
So we'll have to see how things shape up. I feel like we can't really put a narrative or really make a sweeping statement until we're about 20 games into the season. And right now, what was this, game 7? The 7th game of the season?
Yeah.
So
If
I know.
Seventh game about road trips. Road trips are the thing where everyone goes like, if you're ass on the road, like that is a real big kind of like mental damage. You come home off, traveling all that time and just losing repeatedly. It's very difficult to bounce back from that. And the Warriors should be a team that performs well on the road. Given how many games they have upcoming on the road, this is an incredibly bad sign. Like, unless they really figure things out very quickly, we can't afford to be a team that keeps losing on the road, you know what I mean? Given how many games we have on the road, and given the fact that the schedule is not kind to the Warriors at all.
Okay, so what do you think the Warriors need to do moving forward? What would you say are the keys to success?
I think they need to stop thinking they're as good as they think they are. Like, I think they need to humble themselves a little bit and treat every team like they're a threat again. Because I don't think they're taking it seriously enough. I think they're having too much fun with it. And, like, they're not... I mean, they can have fun, but, like, playing with your food is getting a bit out of hand now. If the Bucks is one thing, right? Pacers, that is kind of like, come on.
Yeah,
At this point, like, I'm not confident they could beat the Washington Wizards.
Hey.
No, it's true, though, right? Like, it's like, the worse the team,
the more likely
the
we
more
are
likely
to lose.
they are to lose.
Yeah, because we're putting down our guard.
Yeah, because no one's taking it seriously. I think Steph needs to have a word with everyone. Steph needs to have a word with himself as well and be like, I need to sort this out. Because if you're missing all your threes, then it's demoralizing. If that's the thing that you're known for, like, you imagine being all the other players and being like, oh shit, our main guy is just bricking it constantly. If it wasn't for Jimmy, it would be like, I would imagine that team would be in the dumpsters right now if it wasn't for Jimmy. But still, it's not on a team that has Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler, Jonathan Kuminga. This kind of thing is unacceptable. I think it's unacceptable.
Right. Well, the next game is on Tuesday, November 4th, versus the Phoenix Suns. And it's at home. We're going to that game.
Yeah, we are.
So we'll be there.
I'm going to throw my shoe at someone.
Hey.
If they don't win, I'm throwing my shoe at Steve Kerr.
Hey. Well, we're going to see
at
Steve
least-
Kerr the night before
Yeah, we are.
at an event.
I'm going to throw my shoe at Steve Kerr. Actually, I'd rather throw my shoe at the person he's talking to.
Okay, let's not throw our shoes at anyone. Let's be
Listen,
respectful.
It's a sign of love in our culture.
That's true.
They remember the guy who threw his shoe at George Bush?
Yeah.
Showing
I honestly think about that often.
Slipper guy?
Yeah.
That's going to be me.
Because he ducked. George Bush ducked
And he
so
came up
fast.
and he was so happy with it.
I know,
If
he was
didn't see that.
smiling. Yeah.
But I think I can hit. Who's the other guy? Is it Sam Altman? It's one of these AI dorks.
Yeah. I think he's doing an interview with the OpenAI guy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Who I've been reading interviews with him, and he deserves physical harm.
Okay, well,
But-
we're going there to see Steve Kerr
to
on
see what
Monday
Steve's got to
night.
say.
Tuesday night's the game. Tomorrow night, we are going to a nice dinner at Steph Curry's new restaurant.
I'm gonna throw my shoe at someone.
Oh my God. But also there's a dress code. We can't be wearing jerseys or sneakers or things like that.
I will
so
throw my dress shoe at someone.
we have
then.
to start planning our outfits.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's our next task.
My next task is to go to sleep.
Yeah. I need to manage your emotions right now. We got to do a breathing exercise.
I've also got an ulcer in my mouth, so I've been annoyed all day because I keep biting it by accident.
This is our first
And
conversation of the day, and
I'm
it's 7 p.m.
super
at
mad,
night.
yeah.
You're fuming.
I'm tired. It's also very warm in this apartment, so I think I'm a little heated.
It is. Well, the windows, we got to open the windows. We got to get you some food, some air.
I've eaten.
Okay, what about me?
You're on your own. woman.
Oh, geez. Okay. I see how the sentiment is in this household.
It's very cold in this house. I'm going to go and pick up Miko and kiss her for a little bit, and then I'll be fine.
Okay.
It'll be all good after that.
well, good luck to me. And good luck to the Warriors. We we look forward to being at the next game and, hopeful that they can bounce back. And we're not going to throw our shoes at anyone. Okay? This is the end. Okay, just us on 3.
If you're listening to this, someone to Warriors, I want you to know there is a very real chance I will throw my shoe at you. So you better fix up. You might think that you guys are good at shooting threes. I'm telling you, I can launch a shoe from across the stadium and hit. I'm Pakistani. We are built with that. Ask my mum. My mum has ricocheted slippers off a wall to hit me in the head. And trust me, I inherited that skill. I will find your face, Steph Curry.
Okay. With that, just us on 3. 1, 2, 3. Just us.